Okay, continuing on. 7.4. When amongst this, suddenly Saturn, non-comparuisit, this means appeared, with a non it means he's not appeared, so he's disappeared. Janus thought up an increasing of his honours, an increasement, an augmentation. And first, all the land of his power, all the land under his power, he named Saturn. Then an altar with sacred rites, just as for a god he founded, which he called Saturnalia. So many ages, the Saturnalias preceded the age or era of the Roman city, or Rome as a city. Therefore then he ordered him, Saturn, to be observed with the majesty of a religion as the author of a better life or better way of living. This is indicated in a simulacrum, an image, a statue, to which a scythe, the insignia of harvest, he added this to the image. 25. To this god, insertions of juicy little sapling things that are used for grafting, for the rearing of pomorums, which is fruit trees, so insertions of grafts. So this is attributed to this god. And of all of this type of thing, the disciplines, fertile things, they attribute to this god. So that's what's taken the dative. They attribute the disciplines of fertile way of spreading trees to grow, etc. The Cyrenaeans even, when they make to him their divine matters, their divine services, with recently cut figs, they're crowned, and they misattend, that's a frequentive, so they frequently mutually exchange placentas with each other, which are little cakes, and the thing babies feed on have been named after them because the mother feeds the baby with placentas. They're estimating or thinking that Saturn was the reporter, the founder of fruits and honey. Him the Romans even called shit, because he was the first to procure fertility for the fields with shit or manure. The times of his reign, or his kingdom, was said to be very blessed, superlative. Well, on account of the copiousness of things, cum tum correlatives, which just means, and even that not yet anyone, quizquam, was in servitude, or no one had made these discriminations between servitude and freedom, which you're able to understand this matter because all this licensedness was permitted to slaves with the Saturnalia. I think the masters and slaves trade roles in the Saturnalia, if I remember. 27. Others, it's put into tradition thus that the cause of the Saturnalia is that qui, errant, plural, those who were relicti, those who were left in Italy by Hercules, as certain people say, an irate Hercules, because had been left, these beasts had been left unguarded, or as some people estimate or think, what's he done here? He's left these people here with a consulting and with a plan that they would watch over his altar and his temple and keep it from incursions. These people then, when they are infested by bandits, with a high hill occupied, they named themselves Saturnariuses, who before this name even had been the same as the hill. And because they sensed in this name and religion themselves were safe, in the name and religion of this god, it is said, or they are said to have instituted institute of the Saturnalia in the name of it. So that probably here we've got farmers or people who live in the countryside, their souls and their hearts or whatever of their neighbours, to a greater reverentiance of this sacred rite, they called in observation of this festival, and that's indicated, something like that. 28. Neither this cause, which is assigned to the Saturnalias, am I ignorant of, that the Pelasgi, just as Varro memorates, memorate, what do we call it, remembers. They were pulsar, they were driven from their houses. They saw some different lands. They confluxed, or they went there, many people to Dodana, and they were uncertain on which places they should stick to. The response they received was of this type, something in Greek. Okay, so I'll translate that Greek using the lobe literally. It says, "Go in pursuit of the sickle Saturnalia land and the Aborigines Kotul, where an island floats. When you have joined with them, offer a tithe to Phoebus and heads to Hades and send a man to the Father." Fair enough. Well, anyway, with this lot accepted, that's what they call, from an oracle, they call it a lot. After some wandering, a lot of wandering, they pulsated into Latinum. They landed their boat or whatever they're in there in Lake, whatever that is, Cutalensi. It's an island that floats. They grabbed this place where they landed in the middle of a lake. Okay, I've never seen Caspi spelled without the A, but it's its very ample tufts of grass. Either it was mud in a marsh. There's a lot of mud there, it looks like. It's compag, which is its skeleton or what it's made up of. So the rough thing that was holding this island together was brushwood and trees. Comptus in the way of a wood. So I don't know if this is a real island or not, but it's got grass and sticks and things in it. It was all marshy and full of mud. It would roam about, being thrown in the waves. Okay. So yeah, I don't think real islands actually float. So it's like a mat of brush and stuff. So that it's very trustworthy from this, even that Delos was a fact, must be some mythological thing, which is high, with mountains, with vast plains, and nevertheless it's a place that migrates through the sea. Okay, so we have Daily Dictionary yesterday. I had Lisset, so if it's a conjunction, if it's with the nominative, if it's impersonal, Seneca Major and Minor use the dative, and other people, textbooks use the accusative, and it's also a verb which was used yesterday personally as well. So I can't think of any other things to add.